Hey YouTube, my dog's got hiccups. Listen to this. Anyway, the video you're about to see has a bit of running. I've got some new trainers. I've been to a civic ceremony in Dundee with the Lord Provost for multiple sclerosis. And I have also got some thoughts around plans for my 50 at 50 next year. So enjoy watching. Going up there. Good morning, world. Right then, so it's the first night with the head torch on, and I'm just decided to run back from Perth, which by the time I get home I think it'll be 10.5 miles maybe, and I've really just got to get the miles in my legs and the headspace right. Woo! I don't know. Get my headspace right so that the big adventure next year, I'm actually in a pretty good place for it. So anyway, I think I've got 3.5 miles to go, more or less. I'm on the drawn road, so see you when I get home. They've arrived, and it's about time too. So I was in Run For It yesterday in Dundee, and they have arrived. It's been a while since I bought a new pair of trainers, as this will testament. There's my finger coming through the trainer that I'm about to replace. I've kept with the same brand, Saucony's, but these are pretty much done. So let's see. Nice new colour as well. Here we go. Look at these bad boys. Now I kept with the trail tread because I'm going to be doing cross country as well as road running, and I found them really comfortable. My plan is tomorrow I'm going to get out and do a run with these, and I shall give you a little bit of a review. Saucony, anybody working there and fancies supporting me with any extras, hey, you know where to send them. But here they are, the newest shoes to go on my feet. Cool. Very sturdy, a lot of cushioning, which is going to be interesting because I can never tell with my feet. My feet are always pins and needles. So they'll be more comfortable than what I have been wearing. There's certainly no holes in them, and they're going to be more sturdy with the support. So all looking good, really pleased with that. Nice new colour as well. I do like the bright colours. So we'll see how we get on with these. Going to go for a run tomorrow, and I shall give you an update on how they are. Okay, thanks for watching. Last few things from me, I suppose, is multiple sclerosis. These are the reasons for these videos. These are certainly the motivation behind putting these together, and sharing my thoughts around my own condition of MS. This is therapy in some sort of way, being able to share it with those of you that take the time to watch. As far as the condition goes, I still have the same symptoms. I haven't had any relapses. I would say fatigue is probably something which I have had to deal with more recently than in past months and even years. But I deal with that as best way I can. I deal with that by trying to make sure I eat properly, plenty of water, and I avoid the foods which I know just make me feel a bit crappy, even though they're actually really quite enjoyable. So that's a bit about self-discipline. And fitness, I do think by keeping fit and having a fairly active lifestyle that's making a difference overall. But the Tecfidera challenge that I've given myself, it's not a challenge, the Tecfidera conundrum that I find myself in about whether I should continue with Tecfidera or just stop it altogether and focus on lifestyle and food. That's still something which I've not yet came to a definitive answer, and I'm not sure what's stopping me, but there's more in my mind I've got to work through on that. Next year I turn 50. I keep talking about next year's challenges. Well, next year the plan is to run 50 marathons. The equivalent of 50 marathons. I say the equivalent, it's roughly 1,300 miles in total, and I will do that through various events, a lot of them my own made up type of events. But it won't count unless in one go I cover the distance of a marathon or longer. So it has to be 26.2 to count to get me to the tally of 1,300 miles. That means no training can be counted, because I certainly won't be training or doing a training run that's 26.2 miles. More than that to follow as I get all the updates. I had a meeting last week with Mark from the MS Society of Scotland, who's one of the main marketing guys, and he and I sat down, talked about a few things, talked about putting the events together and how to reach out to appropriate people for support, for sponsorship, for awareness. And I guess on here I will share that once it is all defined. But yeah, so I need to average, I think, 130 miles a month, and that, like I say, doesn't include any training runs that I happen to do as well. And on top of that, next year, me, Kenny and Cammy, who did the Pedal for Scotland and a number of years ago did the Land's End to John O'Groats, we're getting back in the saddle to do the Scotland North 500 cycle route, which starts and finishes in Inverness, and by its name, it's 500 miles. And so we're doing that in May, so I'm looking forward to getting back on the road with those two guys. The 3 blokes, 6 wheels, right again. That's it just now. You know what, there's not much more to say other than, yeah, be cool, and enjoy the weekend, and take care. Cheers, bye.